Can the Cowboys, who received more bad injury news today, can they go into Carolina, man, and beat a Panthers team that has they've been playing pretty well lately? Man, let's talk about it right here on Cowboy Spit.
Here we go! Yeah, here we go! Wait, take
Cowboy Spit.
Throws back of the end zone. There's CeeDee Lamb.
What's going on, everybody? Cowboy C3. Cowboys versus Panthers tomorrow afternoon, noon Central Time, 1 o'clock Eastern Time in Charlotte, Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Carolina comes in as a 3-point favorite. Rightfully so. You know, Carolina's been playing good football. They lost to Philadelphia last week, 22-16, in a game that they probably should have won. Bryce Young put a ball on Xavier Legette, man, put it on him right there like the 5-yard line. He didn't really have to dive for it, but he lunged for it, hit him in both his hands. He just dropped the ball and rolled into the end zone. It would have been a touchdown, and there was maybe a minute and 30 seconds left in the game, and that would have gave them, it would have tied the game up. Carolina has been playing well since the Andy Dalton injury. And, Panthers are 3-10 right now. Record doesn't really show you how well they've been playing. They lost a close game to Kansas City. They lost a close game to Philly, which, both teams are regarded as top 5 teams in the NFL. And they played them pretty tough, played pretty good defense, played really good offense. Bryce Young looks a lot better since getting his job back. Carolina's a 3-point favorite tomorrow. Cowboys, of course, coming off the 27-20 loss on Monday night to Cincinnati. In the game, they shouldn't have lost. Cowboys, Carolina comes in 30th ranked offense, 31st ranked defense. Their defense gives up the pass and the run. There are a lot of things that the Cowboys can do in order to win this game. But, the Cowboys, once again, offense coming in at 20th, and the defense now ranked 26th. Been giving up, a lot of passing yards here lately, of course, and then rushing yards. At the beginning of the season, we couldn't stop a cold if it was, a runny nose. Cowboys defense has been playing well. The Overshown injury hurts. That hurt, and it really hurts because he was the one shining light for the Cowboys for the entire season. He's been out there. He's been playing well. Him and Maurice Lufa have been playing good football, kind of that little rookie tandem. They kind of switch in and out. But Overshown has really been standing out. Finished the year with 90 tackles, man. For a rookie, second-year player, this is his first campaign because he got hurt in preseason last year. He had a good campaign. It's super unfortunate, and it's a severe injury that's probably going to keep him out for a while. We'll just go right into the injury report, and we'll talk about the other stuff later. Cowboys injury report, Cooper Beebe's going to be out. He didn't practice, didn't pass concussion protocol. He's out. Overshown's out. He'll be out for the rest of the season. Wanye Thomas is out with a knee injury as well. Trayvon Diggs on the injury report is listed as questionable. There was just a report that came across one of the major sports news wires, that not only is Trayvon Diggs out for this game, he is now out for the season with a knee injury. Same knee. Probably just some inflammation and some things that they feel like it'd be best just to shut him down, especially in a season like this. So Trayvon Diggs will be out for the season. CJ Goodwin, Buddy Johnson, Eric Kendricks, and Jordan Lewis are all questionable. And Nick Vigil as well, all questionable. Some of it looks like CJ Goodwin and Buddy Johnson had some limited practices on Friday. Eric Kendricks hasn't practiced all week with the neck injury. Jordan Lewis, limited practice all week, and Nick Vigil didn't practice all week as well. Nick Vigil hasn't practiced in a couple of weeks with that foot injury, but he has been playing on game day, so we'll see about the rest of them. Everybody else should be okay. Marshawn Nealon also should be good to go, so maybe we'll see some Marshawn Nealon in this game. It'd be good to have him back. For Carolina, they got one player. Trayvon Wallace is the only player that is on the injury report as definitely being out. Everybody else is questionable. You know, you've got some, Javion Clowney is probably, he's one of their bright lights on their defense. But it seems like that everybody else on the team that's listed as questionable is going to get an opportunity to play. They may play in a limited fashion, but they're going to play. So they're going to come into the game pretty healthy. Carolina does a couple of things very well. They're on defense. One thing that they do well is they tackle well. They've been beaten in space early in the season, but they're shoring this thing up, man. They have Saquon Barkley, I think, to 74 yards rushing. They didn't have a bad game against Philly at all. They gang tackle, they get to the ball, they do things well, and their middle linebacker. Excuse me, they play a 3-4 defense. Trayvon Wallace and Jadeveon Clowney. Jadeveon Clowney is playing the strong side linebacker, so he's playing more of a defensive end, of course. And they've been playing pretty good football this year. It's not terrible. Not great, but not terrible. Got gashed early on in the beginning of the year. But as they started to settle into the season and get used to the defensive scheme and start to settle things down and play football, right? They've been playing better, especially these last 2 or 3 weeks. In the secondary, J.C. Horn, second-year corner, been playing pretty good. Not bad. He's questionable for tomorrow, but it looks like he's going to get a chance to play. He's not even probably, he's their best corner. Young guy, physical corner, tackles well, covers pretty good. He's not bad. If he does play tomorrow, he'll catch some CeeDee Lamb, and there'll be some opportunities to explore some things. Very familiar with the safety, former Cowboy Xavier Woods. He's probably their leader at the free safety. We all know what Xavier Woods is. He's a decent football player. He gets beat at times, especially deep. Comes in, he makes some tackles, of course. But the Cowboys have an opportunity to kind of exploit this defense. On offense, Bryce Young has been playing really good football. He's starting to look like Alabama Bryce Young, throwing the ball with time and throwing the ball, putting the ball in tight windows. When the pocket breaks down, he's taking off running. He's playing good football. Chuba Hubbard is having a career year. Over 1,000 yards rushing already. I think he's third in the NFL in rushing. Playing good football, just got a contract extension. He was one of the players that I was hoping reached the free agency and the Cowboys would even think about getting. I was hoping so. But, Carolina, they was like, they weren't going to let him out. Jonathan Brooks, back on injured reserve, so either Velus Jones Jr. or Mike Boone will be the backup running backs. And, decent running backs, not terrible, but not great. But Chuba Hubbard is their mainstay on their offense. Adam Thielen and Xavier Legette are their 2 starting wide receivers. Thielen acts like he's found a fountain of youth this year, man. He's not the biggest guy, not the fastest guy, but a good route runner, knows how to get open, catches with his hands, does a lot of things right. Xavier Legette is a bully. He likes to catch the ball. He'll catch the ball in traffic. He'll break tackles. He definitely going to get you some yak. And an overall pretty good football player. Their 2 tight ends, Jadavian Sanders and Tommy Tremble, have had pretty decent years as well. Not terrible, but not great. This Carolina team started off in a blunder. They didn't do well, and it was particularly led on offense by the quarterback. He wasn't having a good season at all. He got benched. Once he got benched, he looks like he took the time to kind of absorb some football, right? Sit on the sideline, watch Andy Dalton play, and if I ever get my opportunity again, I'm going to make the most of it, and that's exactly what's happened. Andy Dalton suffered an injury. Bryce Young came back into the starting lineup, and the team has been playing a lot better. Bryce Young has been playing a lot better. He's been doing really, really well. There are some things that, of course, that he can clean up. Sometimes still kind of scrambles out of pocket, makes some irrational decisions with the football. It should get a Cowboy some opportunities to make some beneficial plays for him. Put him under pressure is one of the things that they're going to have to do, and we'll talk about that in the keys to victory. Xavier Legette has shown a tendency to drop the football. He's one of those guys, man, that's strong after the catch. So when he catches the ball, he's looking to run. He's looking, how can I get downfield? I'm going to break these 2 tackles and I'm gone. And a lot of times, especially with younger wide receivers, Basically, what they do is they forget to catch the ball, man. They do. They like, okay, ball's here. I'm going to take off running, and the ball's still sitting where they took off running from. So he's going to have to clean that up, but that'll come with time. But again, a decent football player, going to be a good wide receiver in the league. May not be a big time superstar, but he will definitely be a solid receiver in the NFL for years to come. It's a football team that's pretty decent. They run the ball well, and they play decent defense. Bryce Young has been, like I said, he's been throwing the ball around the field, especially these last 2 weeks. He's been throwing the ball around the field pretty good, right? So what can the Cowboys do to benefit from this? It's pretty simple, man. And it's the same formula that the Cowboys should have been having since week 1, but we've kind of found this resurgence. So this resurgent offense, and the offense has come off Rico Dowdle. Rico Dowdle, I think in the last 3 weeks, is the second leading rusher in the NFL. That should tell you everything that you need to know. Get the ball to Rico Dowdle, no matter what. Key number 1 to the football game tomorrow, key to victory, number 1 for offense is give Rico the football. Give him the ball. If he needs to come out and take a spell, take him out and do whatever you got to do. Let him get a couple plays off. And whoever the backup running back is going to be, if it's going to be Zeke, that's fine. If you're going to run Hunter Lemke, that's fine. If you're going to give Deuce a shot, give him a shot. Let him run the ball a few times, but get him out and get Rico back in the game and give him the ball. It's week 15 of the season. He's been sheltered enough. Let Rico loose. Let's see what he can do, man. Rico has been running the ball extremely well these last couple of weeks, man. Give him the football. Let him run the ball. Number 2 key to victory. Sustain your blocks. Cowboys offensive line, with this new offensive line, with Cooper Beebe being out, Trevor Hoffman's going to go to the center. TJ Bass will go to your right guard. Chuma will be playing, Chuma Edoga will be playing the left tackle. You'll have Tyler Smith at your left guard. Terrence Steele will be your right tackle. Pretty decent offense. Terrence Steele's been playing a lot better. He's been playing a lot better at right tackle. I was on him pretty tough at the beginning of the season because he was having a bad season. Sustain your blocks so you can get this running game going. This is how you win this football game. Get your running game going. And number 3, play action passes and get CeeDee Lamb some opportunities to make something happen. Keep this game real simple. And that's all you have to do is keep the game plan simple. Don't try to nuke it. Don't try to do some stuff that you haven't been doing all season. Just keep it simple. Carolina it doesn't stop the run the greatest in the NFL. They'll give up 4 or 5 yards a carry. Take every single last yard that you can get running the football and play action passes and hit these receivers down the field. And let's make something happen. Score some points. Put them under pressure. Put them under pressure. Defensive keys to the game. First thing it's going to do is stop Chuba Hubbard. That's your number 1 key to this to winning this football game is stopping Chuba Hubbard. It's simple. That's simple. Stop Chuba Hubbard. Easier said than done. The game plan is simple. Not the action is simple. The game plan is simple. Stop Chuba Hubbard. He is the number 1. He is the bell cow of this offense. Stop Chuba Hubbard. Period. Number 2, make Bryce Young uncomfortable. Make him uncomfortable. Soon as he drops back to pass, they need to make him uncomfortable. However you need to do it. If you need to blitz Lou foul, in these past situations where you had Overshown blitzing the quarterback coming in from that weak side, do it. Whatever you have to do. Micah Parsons needs to have a big game. Chauncey Golston been kind of quiet these last couple of games. Let's get involved. Mozzie Smith, Linval Joseph, everybody. If Eric Kendricks can't go, and I got a feeling he's gonna go. If Eric Kendricks can't go, whoever you move into the middle linebacker spot, whether it be Nick Vigil, whoever it may be, you need to get some pressure on this quarterback, and you need to stop Chuba Hubbard. Those are your top 2 things. And number 3, just negate the stupid penalties, pass interference, defensive holding, all these things that happen in the secondary. You're gonna be down a corner. You're gonna be down, and he won't be back for the rest of the season. Deron Bland's gonna be your number 1 corner. He's gonna be drawing the number 1 receiver for the teams from now on. keep the penalties to a minimum. These safeties, Malik Hooker, you don't let nothing over the top of you. Leggett, one thing about him is he's big, fast, and he's strong. He will try to get down the field. These tight ends, they're going to try to hit these seams. They will get down the field. Malik Hooker's going to have to play. He's going to have to play a good game. The one thing that you don't want to do is you don't want to get beat by Carolina. 3-win team for the season, even though they've been playing extremely well and they've played, some of the top teams in the NFL these last 2 weeks in Philadelphia and Kansas City. They've played them ultra tough, right? Seems like every game that Kansas City plays in is a 3-point game. But they played Philly extremely well last week, and they should have won. Maybe they should have. So you're playing a team that's got a lot of confidence, and everybody's going to give the Cowboys the best that they have. We all know that's what's going to happen. That every team that the Cowboys play, especially when they're down, every team is going to try to kick the dog while they're down. You know that. So if they do the 3 things on offense and the 3 things on defense, I think the Cowboys would be just fine and come out with a victory. Tomorrow, final score, I think the final score will be 21-17 Cowboys. That's what I think. I think the Cowboys have enough to pull it out. It's a Carolina team that they should beat, right? They should beat them. They're just going to have to do some things. They're going to have to run the football on offense. They have to run the football. Cooper Rush showed you last week that, he can be trustworthy at times, but when you put the game on his shoulders, and for the life of me, I still don't understand why they put the game on his shoulders. Not when my running back is averaging 7.2 yards a carry. There's no way I'm going to put the game into the quarterback's hands. I'm giving the ball to the running back until the wheels fall off. But hey, that was last week. Maybe we can learn from our mistakes and we can right the ship this week. That's what I'm hoping for. But this is what you got to do. Just run the football and play decent defense, and you should come out of here with a victory. You should. I think Bryce Young will have a pretty decent game. I think he'll probably go for 250, 260, 2 touchdowns. Chuba Hubbard will probably, he'll get some yards, but you got to slow that running game down, and whenever, and try to limit his red zone attempts as much as you possibly can. Hold him to some field goals. Do what you got to do, but you got to play solid defense. Okay. That's my show, man. Sorry I got on here late, man. I saw an excellent high school football game tonight. Congratulations to the North Crowley Panthers. Beat the number 1 team in the state, number 2 team in the nation, Duncanville Panthers, tonight by a score of 36-34. It was a great game. North Crowley, man, hats off to him, man. Well-coached team, kind of a smaller 6A team. Not smaller in the team size, but smaller in stature size. But they went in there and faced the big dogs head up and took it to them. You know what I'm saying? And capitalized on some mistakes by Duncanville, man. It was a lot of fun to watch. I'll be watching them next Saturday in the state championship game. They play Austin Westlake in the state championship game. Shout out to Navy for just trouncing Army. Go Navy. You know what I mean? Hey. Congratulations on that. And congratulations to Travis Hunter, man. Well-deserved Heisman Trophy winner. Him and Ashton Genty had a hell of a season. Closest Heisman race since 2009. Only separated by a couple of votes. But, hey, when you got a stud that can go offense and defense and literally play the whole game and only take 2 or 3 plays off, man, you got a phenomenal athlete. And whatever NFL team gets him in, they get in the gym. So congratulations to Travis Hunter as well. All right, everybody, that's my show. Tomorrow, we'll go live right after the game. We'll do some post-game reactions. We'll do some, we'll get in the comments, dive in these comments and see what y'all have to say about the game too, man. But, it should be, a Cowboy game. You never know what's going to happen. Hopefully we learn from our mistakes with these punts going past the line of scrimmage and we won't touch them. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we learned our lessons. But we'll see. Hopefully no special teams blunders tomorrow. I'm hoping, Kavontae Turpin may ease the pain from everybody, from the offense and the defense. Just get us a kick return for a punt return for a touchdown, whichever one, I take it, but we'll see. I got faith in them, though. I think they're going to pull this one off for sure. All right. So tomorrow, right after the game, We'll go live. We'll do a post-game reaction. And, go Cowboys, man. Let's beat these Panthers tomorrow, noon. AT&T. It's not AT&T Stadium. Bank of America Stadium. What up, Big D? AT&T. So Derek needs him to lose. So me and Derek is my football guy. Derek plays some college ball as well at Hardin-Simmons University. That's my guy. Been my guy since high school. Derek, this is Derek's key for the Cowboys. Is tank. He wants the Cowboys to lose the rest of these football games to improve this draft stock. And I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at him for that point of view at all. We've talked about this a lot of times. I just don't think that they want to lose to Carolina. That's what I don't think that they want to do. But I'm not opposed to tanking at all. I'm not opposed to it because, first of all, this is probably the most winnable game that you have out of these last 4 games anyway, right? This is probably the most winnable game that you have. The last 3 games, which will be Tampa, Washington, and Philly, I don't think you could beat either one of these games. I don't think you can win either one of those games. This is the winnable game if you can win it. Derek said, care less, move up. I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you at all. I don't think that that's a bad idea. I think that right now draft stock is what you need. And, hey, if you get a top 10 pick and you don't want to pick in the top 10, you can trade it down and get some draft capital. You got this Mingo trade. For whatever reason, you gave up a 4th-round pick. You need to make that up. You do. And, if there's nobody in that top 10 that you're really interested to get, because it looks like, could be 2, possibly 3 quarterbacks coming out of that, trade down. Trade them for a 1st and a 4th. Trade down. Do what you got to do. I don't disagree with the word tank, but I think if there's one game that they'll win, it might be this one, and then the last games. I just don't think that the way that they're playing right now and the way this injury bug has hit this team, I just don't think that they can win it. Even though I do like the way Rico's been playing, and if they hand him the ball, I think good things will happen. And because the introduction to Brock Hoffman and TJ Bass to the offensive line kind of gave them some life. It did. And they're playing better, right? And I really want Mozzie Smith to play better. I want to have a reason for him to be here next year, right? He's a 1st-round pick, and you don't ever want to just say that we wasted or we tanked. We not tanked, excuse me. We had a 1st-round bust in the draft that we chose the wrong guy. Mozzie Smith has been improved. He's been improving lately, and I think it's just his motor's higher, right? He doesn't look like he's lost, right? Sometimes he just looks like he's lost and he's getting driven back. Oh, he's not changing the line of scrimmage. If anything, he's 4 or 5 yards going the wrong way. You know what I mean? He's been playing a lot better though, and I like it. Linval Joseph has been playing better too, and Micah Parsons seems like he's fresh, coming off the injury. He was out for a few weeks. Seems like he's still got a lot left in the tank too. It's just that Overshown injury, man. That Overshown injury hurt this defense. And then Diggs hasn't had the best season, but he hasn't had the worst one either. He's had some blunders this season. Don't get me wrong, but him going out for the rest of the season, as reported earlier tonight, I think that that's just a precautionary measure. Something that this knee is his knee is probably has some inflammation in it. And it's a knee that was surgically repaired, and they probably just shutting him down for the rest of the season just to get better. You know what I mean? Shut it down for the season. Better luck next year, and hopefully he comes back right, because this season we're not used to that Trayvon Diggs. We need the old Trayvon back, and I think next year he'll be a better player. All right, okay. Tomorrow at noon again, we'll be on it. We're gonna get on it, and we're gonna talk about these Cowboys, and we're gonna talk about this victory. I missed last week. I got to make up for it this week. So let's go. Let's go, Cowboys. Let's get it done. Dallas Cowboys for life, baby. All right. We'll see y'all tomorrow right after the game. All right. Peace.